Hello, people out there. Hey, Harlot Shecklebonds, what's up? You're there early. RIP Nassim, don't eat the meat. RIP Jeff C. We talked about Jeff C the other day. RIP everybody who came before and everybody who will come after. Hopefully, there won't be so many RIPs from now on. We're in a tough business. What's up, Orange? We're live today on a weekend just to go live. We'll see how long it lasts. We have riots in LA. I heard we had riots in New York too, but I wasn't seeing coverage of those. We had JD Vance on Theo Vaughn, which I didn't listen to. We had the director of the FBI, what's his name? On with Joe Rogan. I did listen to that. And he talked about the Epstein files in a super evasive way. So we can talk about that. And then we'll talk about whatever else you guys want to get into. Happy Saturday. It's June 7th. It's the summer of love, apparently. We'll see if these protests go on forever. I'm not going to cover them. I don't need to get my head smashed in by a brick by these people. But I don't know if you guys saw what's going on down there in LA. Looks like they're shutting down the streets. There's riot police, helicopters out, airplanes. It's going to get crazy out there. We're deporting people. Guess that's why it's important that this bill passes. Elon Musk is deleting tweets. He's trying to make friends again with Trump. You're not interested, Angel? Well, some people are. You interested in the Epstein files and whether Epstein really killed himself? That's shady as hell. What's going on there? Oh, I should probably take this off and charge it. We're still thinking about the future for us, for me, still in a hotel room. Stayed in a different hotel room last night, just had to, and then I'm back in this one for the rest of the week, trying to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my life. Thinking about leaving California, need to find some places I can couch surf my way across the country, I think. If you're interested in that, you can text me at 650-429-8294. I can't afford to keep staying in these hotels. So I got to get out of town. I'm thinking about getting out of town by the end of the week. I'm booked through then. So if you're a fan of the show, if you have a place and you like me, I'm open to meeting people in real life and stuff. If you think you can handle me, I am crazy, but I'm better, I think. I think I am better. But I think California is going to be too expensive for me. So that's what we were talking about yesterday, thinking about the future and stuff. You're getting nuts, Nutfugget? What do you mean? What's going nuts for you? There are a lot of people saying I haven't heard anything about the geomagnetic storms recently. I still have psychic attacks a little bit. I have to wind down a little bit after each show. So, but I just go through my day. Don't do much these days. Just kind of chill out, watch the news, watch Twitter a little bit, listen to like podcasts if I can. No, I wouldn't wear you out, Angel. I don't do anything right now. Right now, I just chill out. I just chill out and let my brain relax. Try to keep myself mellow and stable so I don't get on the train that I was on before. Well, I ended up in the mental institution and stuff. So, so far, so good. I'm doing well. So, for people who are worried about me, my mental health seems good. I'm taking my medication. So, I just have my 3 meals a day. I have some trail mix, some water, some vitamins, but trying to figure things out. So, you watched JD Vance with Theo Von today, Nuck Fugget. What did you think? I saw some clips on Twitter, but I didn't watch them. Some people said some funny stuff happened. So, the big, beautiful bill, they're talking about it passing in Congress. And like I said, Elon Musk apparently took down his tweets. So he's going to try to make up with Trump a little bit, I think. He's a drug addict of some sort and an autist, and so he went off the rails the other day. I guess he's now thinking better of it. Had a hamburger for lunch today instead of my acai bowl. It was pretty good. Hamburger and sweet potato fries. Those were good. So checking in, I checked in a little bit on the crazy characters out there, the evil characters out there. They seem to be on the run, so that's good. So checking in. Oh, still trying to sell T-shirts. We still have T-shirts available if you are thinking about um if you think you can sell T-shirts like at a art walk or something like that. I had somebody contact me today. We have inventory of T-shirts left, quite a bit of them, and those are gonna have to be cleared out. So if you wanted to get T-shirts in bulk, contact me, let me know. Oh, there's a few more Busker. Haven't seen you a long time ago. You found the Mandela effect in 28 weeks later? Hey, Sewer King, what's up? Burgers and dogs. Hope it wasn't shown burgers. Burgers and dogs on the grill with family and friends. Good. That's good, man. Yeah, I have one of those personality types where I don't have a lot of like friends and family. So, and my dad, my dad is on his way out, I think, or he's not totally with it anymore. So good to see you be more Busker. I haven't seen you in a while. People were asking about you the other day. Hey, baby fist, what's up? Yeah, the Mandela effect. That's real. They're trying to rewrite history. I think. I think while I was going through my phases there, seemed like there's somebody trying to rewrite history. Thanks, Mr. DeWitty. Mr. DeWitty, yeah, are you what is your relationship with Quinn Michaels, by the way? Did you torment Quinn Michaels or are you I can't remember. Are you an AI creation of Quinn Michaels? Yeah, I'm eating, taking my medications, and I seem to be doing okay. Seem to be stable. I'm not having crazy thoughts, not having crazy thoughts about manufacturing reality like I was before. So that's good. What did I do Thursday night? Went out to the farmer's market, went down there, had some lasagna and some frozen yogurt and stuff. Retro causality is real, Nutfugget. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, El Shizzle. Thanks for that, man. I'm hanging in there. Yeah, just trying to survive for everybody else. For everybody who's connected to the show and stuff, trying to do a show every day as much as possible. We'll see how much we do every day. Give people updates on the news. I'm thinking about getting a computer, so maybe I'll get a computer soon, laptop, so it'll be a little bit more portable. Because I kind of got gifted a laptop for my birthday that kind of got given to Katie, so I might be kind of in a fight with Katie for that laptop. So, because I don't know if I can travel with my giant computer anymore the way I'm planning to travel. I'm thinking about packing my car and going on the road and couch surfing a little bit if I can, if I have any friends out there. So that's kind of the plan, and then figure out where I'm going to live. Maybe somewhere cheap like West Virginia. I mean, it'd be amazing if there was someone out there who I knew already or something who had like a homestead and like extra space or something, but I don't think I have anybody like that. But um I looked at like this place in West Virginia near somebody I know out there who has a homestead with chickens and all that stuff. It's like 800 bucks a month for a two-bedroom townhouse. And there's somebody who's been in the chat who's looking for a place to live. So maybe I get a roommate, share a place, 400, 500 bucks a month each. Yeah, West Virginia has a bunch of hillbillies, Angel. Well, I have to go somewhere affordable. I have to go somewhere I can afford with my disabilities and stuff. I'm gonna look into applying for disability. I gotta do that this week. I guess I heard you can make some money from that. So maybe I can get enough money from that to live somewhere. Yeah, I will have trouble maybe living somewhere that's not more urban. Like I'm used to having an Apple store nearby and I'm used to having good food nearby and stuff. Rob Berry, who's Morguile? I don't know who that is. West Kakalaki, West Kakalaki. That's West Kakalaki. Kakalaki is Carolina. There's no such thing as West Kakalaki. Somebody was telling me North Carolina is the cheapest place to live. So I just know somebody with a spread out there in West Virginia. So I was thinking about that to begin with. And I looked at the towns nearby, and you can, like, they don't even have studios for rent. Here, a studio, I'm supposed to look at a studio on the 10th, that's 2250 a month. And then everything else is so expensive too, car insurance, car registration, taxes, everything is expensive here in California. Gas is still $5 a month here. Hey, Kevin with a wrench. Oh, you moved to Marfa, Rob? I've been to Marfa. Marfa's cool. Yeah, me and Katie took some pictures there of Marfa. That's interesting that you live there. It's an interesting place to live. There's not much there. It's kind of like an arty kind of place. But that was an interesting place in Texas that me and Katie kind of liked. Nuckfugget says the top state for disability benefits is California. Well, I'll have to see how much it pays. Um, Maybe I can stay in California then. I'm going to talk to my doctor about it. Maybe you can help me out and tell me what, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, I still think it costs like $6,000 to $8,000 a month or something to live here, and I don't think I can get enough for my family and disability and doing my show. And I don't know if I'm capable of working. I haven't had a regular job for so long, and when I did have a regular job, I was either miserable or got fired or both. So, Florida, Kevin? No, I don't like Florida. I don't like the humidity there. I don't think. So, I don't think I like the weather or the bugs in Florida. Oh, yeah. Alabama? Yeah, it's cheap there, isn't it? Kentucky? You say disability is under 1K where you are, Be More Busker? Yeah, that's what I was telling somebody. And that's what I was thinking it was too. Hard to beat the weather here in California. Hard to beat the weather, hard to beat having places to go to get food and stuff. I'll really have to make adjustments to my life. It stresses me out. I have to tell you. It makes I am stressed out about it. And I have to make the decision quickly, I feel like, because I'm burning money so quickly here. And I just don't want to burn through all my savings. And for whatever for whatever reason. So yeah, maybe I could live near somebody I know. I know a few people. Not fucking you said look before I leap. Yeah, I know, but how long can I afford to stay here? That's the only thing. How much Bitcoin do I want to sell? Or how much silver do I want to sell? It's $1,000 a week for me to stay in this hotel. My car insurance is like 500 bucks or something. My car payment's like 300 bucks. So how much do I want to spend? I mean, I'm burning through 1,500 to 2 grand a week, maybe. So here in California, I do get health care. That's one thing. I do get health care here. So that's a positive. So I will have to look and see, but Angel went up Airbnb. I don't think it's gonna be cheaper than this hotel. This hotel's pretty cheap except for the weekends. So, but the weekends, I have to have somewhere to stay too. I could sleep in my car, but I don't really feel like doing that yet. I could sleep on the street. Your donations are appreciated. Somebody bought some t-shirts today. I appreciate that. Yeah, Angel, Cali is expensive all the way around. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, my car insurance is probably more expensive here. It's probably more expensive because of my driving record. I tried to get different insurance, but they wouldn't insure me because of my record. So I already got a car lease, so I can't get a van anymore. I already leased a car. So I could live in the car. I guess I could do that, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I'm hoping I can survive. I will after this month. Right now, I get some money for rent for my family to pay, but it's paying for my old house where I used to live with Katie, where I got kicked out of basically. So I got kicked out of that house. I went to mental health facilities 3 times this year. It was going through that divorce and breakup process and moving out, I think drove me crazy multiple times. So, Nutfuggy, you think I should live in my car for a little while? I could do that starting next week, or I could do that on the weekends. It's cheap here during the week. I think it's like $60 a day or something. But still, I don't want to be I hate to mortgage my future on just hanging around. So I asked somebody I know if I can couch surf. It's too bad I don't have more friends. I don't have friends in the area and stuff. So I am near the beach over and out. I am near the beach, but you can't sleep on the beach. I mean, and I'm not much of a camper. There are some homeless people around, and the weather's nice enough. And there is a place near where I used to live where people park and live in their cars, where I think it's okay, where I think it's like not too frowned upon, right next to a church. I slept in my car a few times while I was homeless before, but I could maybe try it out on the weekends. Yeah, on the weekends it's like 200 bucks a night. That's the biggest killer. It's like 200 bucks a night on the weekends, and then during the week, it's like maybe $70 a night or something like that. So I could live, but for how long and stuff. Nutfugget says disability benefits are the best here in California. I don't know how much they are though. I don't know how much they are. So I'm checking it out. I contacted somebody I know. I'll see if they get back to me. Thanks, Julie Fisher. Appreciate it. Haven't seen any trolls in the chat today. That's a good sign. So that's good. Got a super chat already today. That's good. So some people have been reaching out. Somebody reached out to me about maybe buying some t-shirts in bulk. That's good. We can move some t-shirts. So there are two types of disability: SSI low income and SSDI for disability. See, I'm disability qualified. So whatever that is. I'm disability qualified because of my mental health problems. I've been in the mental health facilities often enough that my psychiatrist will endorse it. But again, I don't think it's enough for me to afford California. I don't think. But Babyfest, maybe you're educating me a little bit. Oh, SSDI is based off overall gross income over the years. Huh, interesting. Get work credit payments. Okay. Well, I did work. I did work and make money over the years. So maybe that'll be good. Maybe it'll be better than I think. I'll have to research it. and then I'll have to think, I guess, about living in my car a little bit, just to. But I don't know. I haven't worked in the last quarter, Pavana. No, I haven't worked in the last quarter. That's for sure. Thanks, David Hunt. Appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Don't give them to me just out of pure sympathy, but I appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat, David Hunt. Appreciate you. Thanks for the advice, guys. Yeah, I'd love to just give you guys the news. Maybe I'll try to get my computer so I can try to give you guys the news from the um, hotel room, possibly. I was thinking about getting on the road. That was my thought yesterday, was just making it through this week and getting on the road this week. Baby Fist, you say it takes almost a year? That's a long time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have that much in savings. I'm counting on my savings to like keep me into the future. And then I don't want to hope my dad dies. You know what I mean? Thanks over and out. So stay positive. I'm doing my best to stay positive. Hopefully you guys see that. I'm doing my show every day and stuff. Doing my best to stay positive. Glad to see the trolls are out of the chat already today. That's good. They were bothering me the last 2 days. So that's good. Fortunately, I do have savings. Fortunately, I made good investments. Fortunately, I bought cryptocurrency. But I'm hoping it goes up a lot this year. So I have to hold on to it. That's what I want to do, is hold on to it. And I have to sell it. And I'm still gonna have to sell more. So, well, baby fist. Okay. You're saying you get back pay and stuff? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna look into it. Apply today. What do I do? Well, my psychiatrist said he would help me out with it. So I don't know if I do it online or something. I'm not real good at that stuff, but I'll look into it, applying for it online. But I'll ask my psychiatrist. That's what I'm planning to do this week. So I don't have a lot of help. I just have to count on you guys a little bit for advice. Angels like get jobs. Yeah, I know. It seems like I could work. It seems like I could work, but I have been unsuccessful at jobs. Like, it seems like I could work, like I seem like I can handle it, but there has been something wrong with me where I haven't been able to do it. So I was very successful working before, but eventually, like, something snapped in my brain. So I don't know. I don't know for sure. Maybe I could do a regular job, but it still wouldn't be enough to support me here in California. And I don't want to make so much. If I made enough money that I had to buy healthcare, then healthcare is too expensive. It's crazy. So anyway, I am mentally handicapped, believe it or not, even though it seems like I'm okay. I am mentally handicapped. So um, but I could work a minimum wage job, maybe, maybe. Yeah, I have to think about it. Can't think of what I'd like to do. I was working in car sales. I was very successful at it, but the last 2 car sales jobs I had, I was really miserable and got fired from the last one. So I just don't know. I applied for a bunch of jobs actually when I was applying for jobs last year. I applied for jobs at like Target and shit, and they didn't hire me. I don't know if it was reverse discrimination, but like I applied for like jobs like pushing carts at Target, genuinely. And I couldn't get hired. So that was one thing that was like really kind of disillusioning to me. Could have been because of my criminal record, which now has been wiped out. So maybe I'd have a better job. Maybe I'd have a better time now getting a job like that. But yeah, I was just looking to push carts at Target, honestly, and they didn't hire me. So, which I was like, yeah, I don't mind doing that. So I did go through a time period of looking for menial work and nobody even called me. So that was kind of like disillusioning. You over and out, you used to do that? Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind doing certain jobs, like where I'm like moving around and stuff. I want to get a job driving delivery driving, but I think my driving record is fucking me. I think. Hard R Ranch, we don't like you, but it's not too bad. I sold my dad's house. My dad sold his house because he needs the money for his medical care, apparently. So that's one of the issues, is his medical care is expensive. So that's one of the reasons I can't get extra financial support right now for my family, is my dad's medical care is quite expensive, apparently. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I was like, hey guys, I kind of need some money here. I'm like burning through it super fast. And they were like, no. So, but yeah, I think also being a white guy hurt. There was a Prague, yeah, I will get an inheritance at some point, but I have to live until I get that. And it's still, and then I'll have to invest it still. I'll still have to invest it. It's still not going to keep me until the end of my life or anything like that, I don't think. And apparently it's being burned through a little bit for my dad's medical care. So I don't want to hope him that he dies or anything, even though he seems to be in bad shape. Apparently doesn't know where he is or how old he is certain times and stuff like that. Keeps ending up in ambulance rides and nursing care and stuff like that. But yeah, I will get an inheritance at some point, but I have to survive until I do. But yeah, I will get an inheritance at some point. No, I won't get over $1 million, Jam, from what I understand. I won't get over $1 million. And I'm young still, so I need, $1 million doesn't take you that far if you're not working and stuff. So, but I will get an inheritance. I will invest it in Bitcoin or gold or whatever, they'll probably be okay if I invest it in Bitcoin. So, but I still need to think about moving somewhere cheaper. Maybe Arizona. I could think about Arizona possibly. I don't know how cheap it can get out there. It's sunny there. I seem to like sunny weather. It gets really hot, but maybe I can take the heat. So I might investigate Arizona a little bit. Nevada, possibly, I guess I could investigate. I guess I could go couch surf it with Defanga. So we're just spitballing right now. I appreciate you guys talking over ideas with me. I'm trying to get back on my feet best I can. So I appreciate you guys. Pennsylvania, Prague. I went to school in Pittsburgh. Yeah, maybe it does get kind of cheap there. Jam Whale Funkier. I don't think I like you, but I'm not sure. We'll let you say. Yeah, I do like to eat good food, but I'm just trying to take care of myself, trying to stay healthy. Yeah, my dad needed the money hard at our ranch. He needed to sell the house. And who knows? We might go into a recession. We might genuinely go into a recession. Like it hasn't happened yet, but that doesn't mean it's not going to. So Yeah, it hasn't gone up that much over the last year. It wasn't like it was going up in value super fast. Not where we were, not where it was. It wasn't like it was going up in value a bunch every year, that much. So and there's property taxes. Property taxes are pretty high. It was costing him money to keep the house still. So he took the money, invested in something else. It's just my dad didn't invest in anything risky ever. So which is good. He just was very risk averse, so he didn't invest in stocks and stuff. If he had, it would be at like a significant amount of money probably. But he paid cash for that house and he lived the boomer lifestyle, man. Wouldn't it be great to have that life? God damn. We just got fucked. We just got fucked. I mean, I could have bought a house probably when I got a job selling cars early on if I didn't just do drugs and everything so much when I was selling cars and making money early on. I could have maybe bought a condo or something in LA. And if I hadn't sold it when the housing market bust the first time, which I might have done, but if I hadn't, then I would have been on the property ladder and I would have been all right. I was looking at properties. I was looking at like properties in LA back in 2004 ish that were like $300,000 or something for a condo in LA. I remember looking at condos maybe in Century City that were like 300 grand. And I maybe could have stretched it, especially if I didn't have like a drug problem. And well, a drug problem or a drug enthusiasm. But if I wasn't doing so much cocaine. But I maybe could have afforded it. And if I did stretch and afford it, then it would have been worth a lot of money. And then I would have been on the property ladder early on because I had a good job selling cars. So, but no, Hard R Ranch, I don't have enough crypto to buy land in a trailer. And I think that's the other thing about buying land is I think cryptocurrency is a better investment. That's the other thing. I think cryptocurrency is a much better investment than land. And I don't have that much crypto. I just don't have that much. So I have enough that if I hold on to it for long enough, it'll be good. But 10 years, I think I have to hold on to it still. That's why I'm upset about burning through it so fast. I mean, I just sold a couple grand worth. I'm about to sell another couple grand worth, and that's all I want to sell. So that's why I was thinking about getting out of town. I have another $2,000 of Bitcoin I want to sell. And then maybe I'll sell some of my silver, and that's like all I want to sell. I want to hold on to it. Silver, I think, is really gonna pump. It's really pumping now. And mm, Order Ranch, you're a moron. You're banned. Sorry. So a lot of people struggling in the chat. So, and there's some people coming in trolling people. It's the same people. Hard R Ranch is from the same group of people. So we got rid of Hard R Ranch. And we'll get rid of Jam Whale Funkier. That's another troll. So no problem. But yeah, I think cryptocurrency, I think Bitcoin is a much better investment than real estate. Real estate could go down. So real estate could go down. It's probably going to keep going up in dollars, but I think Bitcoin will go up a lot faster. So, and there aren't the same, and you don't have property tax on Bitcoin. You don't have upkeep and maintenance costs on Bitcoin. Strawberry says, "Why don't I think AI will undo Bitcoin? I don't know how it could undo it. It's still scarce and real. So it's just a question of whether it's like with mind reading and stuff like that. I don't know if it's safe to keep on cold wallets in general. I think generally it's safer to store it on Coinbase or Cash App. Hey, Allison, good to see you. Thanks for the heart. Glad you caught me live too. I'm hoping to make money on some meme coin. I'm still hoping that Fat Mega Season does well. That's down a lot since I bought it. I think I'm down 80% on that investment. So, and I don't even remember buying what I bought. I spent my whole wallet worth, one little wallet worth. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was still significant. Hey, thanks, Be More Busker. Thanks for the coffees, man. Appreciate you. Good to see you again. Thanks for throwing down some coffees. You can buy me coffees at buymeacoffee.com/lift the veil. I really appreciate it. It helps buy me food. Had some Popeyes last night. Might have some Popeyes again today. Popeyes is good. Fried chicken is good. Dark meat, I think it's good for you. I eat healthy, but I also eat unhealthy, kind of, because I have to eat kind of cheap, kind of expensive sometimes. I eat donuts to add a hamburger instead of an acai bowl. I don't do pickles, absent stars. I get no pickles on my sandwich. I get no pickles. There's Dave's Hot Chicken across the street. I was going there every day. I'm still walking to keep fit over and out. Yep. I still walk at least 2 miles a day. Yep. I wake up in the morning, I walk to the donut shop, I have a donut and coffee, and then I go for a walk in the park. Then I walk back to my hotel. It's about 2 miles total. So, it's good. You guys think I should have pickles? Yeah, I'm not a pickle guy. I always get no pickles. And I get, yeah, at Popeyes, I don't get the side or anything like that. I think the sides are evil. I just get chicken and biscuit. It's not even on the menu when I order. It used to be, but now you have to get like a meal with a side and stuff. I think what's in the sides is kind of gross. But chicken and biscuit. So I got a three-piece chicken and biscuit last night, spicy, with honey. And I put honey on my chicken. And that's what I do at Dave's Hot Chicken too. I have it with honey. And I have the French fries with the dipping sauce and stuff. So, absent stars, you like the mashed potatoes with extra gravy? All right, that's cool. It's cool to talk about food. That's good. King Nirvana, good. You're into no pickles. That's good. Yeah, I'm not into pickles. Orange likes chicken and waffles. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is epic in LA. But I've had chicken and waffles that are bad. Now places do gourmet chicken and waffles. That's what's funny, is they take black people food and then they make it gourmet. And they serve it at, like, nice restaurants because comfort food is, like, super in nowadays. So they'll do chicken and waffles at, like, a hotel or and shit, and they'll charge, like, $20 for it. That's not even good. 25 dollars. I think I paid $25 for a chicken and waffles from some fancy place, and it, like, wasn't even good. The only chicken and waffles I've ever really liked is from Roscoe's, which is in LA, which is, like, a famous LA restaurant for chicken and waffles. Old man fighting on the internet? I don't know you. What happened to my channel? I used to have a proper setup and get thousands watching live. Is it true I'm homeless? Yeah, well, my channel got deleted, just like happened to a lot of people. I had a channel with 100,000 subscribers, but in 2017, 2018, every channel, it happened to the same thing. We stopped getting subscribers. Happened to me, it happened to Jaren, it happened to I mean, Nick Fuentes used to be on YouTube. He's successful on Rumble because he's a unique talent. Um, it's true I'm homeless, yeah, because I got kicked out of my house by my wife because I went through some real extreme mental health challenges this year. Really, really serious mental health challenges this year. So, which were distressing for my wife, which I understand. So I agreed to a separation kind of agreement, with my wife, and because I understand I put her through a lot, but I went through quite a bit too. It was just there were evil spirits dealing with me. I have psychic issues, and there were literally evil spirits fucking with my head, along with like people. There were like bad people manipulating me, bad people who identify as occultists, and I believe they had something to do with it. Yeah. So yeah, so that's where I ended up right now. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I went through kind of a psychic experience. I was working last year for a while. I was suicidal. I went through a psychic experience in 2023 where I had some visions, apocalyptic vision of the world ending because I didn't have a child. Um, Thought I was getting in fights with evil spirits. Ended up getting myself in some trouble with my vehicle, which caused problems for me doing the job that I was able to, which I was doing food delivery. So, yeah, I believe there are real evil spirits, one in particular associated with a particular individual. So I had this experience. I had a vision of the world ending because I didn't have a child. Was suicidal, very suicidal. Well, not very because I didn't kill myself, but I was suicidal almost every day. From the time I woke up. Got a job selling cars again. I was fortunate enough to get that, but was suicidal and depressed every day. Thought about when I would cross the street, I'd think about, walking in front of a truck or something like that. That's how I felt. So I would think about ways, I might want to kill myself and stuff almost every day. And fortunately, snapped out of that. Got fired from that job though eventually, even though I was doing pretty well at it. Um, and anyway, ended up going through the same thing. The stress on my mind from going through the divorce and separation from Katie, because Katie wanted something different from our relationship. Katie constantly wanted something different from what I was providing. So the stress from that was just, it drove me into insanity, for lack of a better word. I ended up in a mental institution 3 times this year, and each time was really terrible. I just never want to go back. So I just recently got out. I mean, the last time I was in was just last month. Just last month, not much more than a week ago. I was in a mental institution. So um, you know, yeah. So I went through a lot. I went through a lot this year, and it's a lot for me just to be alive right now, to be honest, and to just put on a good face every day. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do financially, basically. So, I like doing this, but it's kind of impossible. Other people who do this aren't successful either. Most of them live with their family and stuff. So oh, thanks, Curtis. Yeah, I mean, other people go through problems too. My wife ended up being afraid of me, I guess, even though there was no domestic violence. She ended up kind of just being afraid of me, I guess. Which happened in my family too when I would go through episodes. So, because of, I'd have a lot of, like, rage inside that would come out. So, I would get very angry, and people might take it as threatening, possibly, even though I wasn't threatening, people might take it that way or so. Um, Old man fighting on the internet? um, I didn't contest. So you say I have to do something really bad for a judge to grant someone a 1-year no contact order? Well, maybe that's true, but I agreed to it. Okay. So people are going to use that against me. They're going to say, oh, Nathan has a restraining order. So let's just expect that to come up on the internet. I can just address it now because people keep bringing it up in the chat. They're going to be like, oh, Nathan has a domestic violence restraining order. Basically, well, first of all, Katie was talking to these bad people who were trying to interfere with my life and fuck with me. So they may have advised her on that. Um, I agreed to it without contesting it. Okay. I disagree. There was no domestic violence, but I agreed to it without contesting it because my wife, that was my wife's wishes, basically. So I just agreed to it because, it was hell being around me when I was in that state of mind. When I was in a crisis, I can understand it was hell being around me, I guess. That's all I can say. But I didn't actually strike anyone or threaten anyone or do anything like that. And if I had contested it, I might have won. Maybe I had a really good chance, actually. And and then maybe I'd have a place to live, which is being paid for right now. Like I paid rent in the house I was living in this month. So like I chose to agree to be in the situation I'm in right now rather than contest it. Old man fighting on the internet. Y- I was in a mental health. I ended up on 5153 times. So I don't know. I can't say. You can keep asking me. I think I described it well enough. So, and I don't know your intentions, to be honest. I think I described it well enough. So, but I wanted to respect my wife's wishes. That's all. That's it. It's the same thing they do to everybody. They try to burn on the internet. They'll say, "Oh, you got divorced. Oh, you did this. Oh, you're a stalker. Or you're this." I'm none of those things, but I have mental health issues, very serious ones, and I can go into a crisis, and like reality changes for me. So, thanks, Allison von Derland. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's very difficult being married. I mean, people go through crazy stuff being married. I don't think mine was the worst of it. People I think my wife still is looking after me. I think she still cares about me, like, and isn't gonna steal from me and stuff like that. Isn't gonna try to take advantage of me in our divorce and stuff. Had a chance actually to steal from me or take crypto from me and stuff, didn't. So I think Katie is a good person. I think everything's cool. We need to be separated. It's best for my mental health, believe me. It's better for my mental health. So, yeah, divorce and marriage, it's just incredibly difficult. People have different expectations, People just have different expectations. Like, Katie wanted me to be a different person than the one she married, you know? Like, that's the thing. Not long, some point after we got married, Katie expected me to be a much different person than the person that I was when we got married, and I just wasn't that person. That's the thing. She wanted a house already and all that stuff. I'm like, we could buy a house. Like, we would've been alright together, like, if she wanted to, like, she has a good job and everything, and, like, if she would've, like, stuck with me and bore with me a little bit, we would have been able to have a house eventually with our investments together, but, she expected something different or just wanted something different, and it's just not me. I'm just not capable of it. It caused so much mental stress on me that I broke down. I broke down really hard in 2023, and I broke down really hard this year. So, that's just not meant to be. That's all. I wish her the best. I think she wishes me the best. So, and I don't wanna talk about it too much because, you know, there are 2 sides to every story. So, hopefully, I'm not saying anything about her where she would feel like she would have to defend herself because she's not gonna be here to defend herself. So I'm only talking about it so that maybe people can relate in some way, and maybe it can be helpful in some way for other people to just know that, like, we all go through struggles. That's all. That's all. Like, it's been a problem in the past if I say something about Katie, and I was saying things about Katie on my show also when I was going through those episodes, that weren't necessarily fair, right? So, yeah, Marve, you had to shout at your girlfriend? Yeah. Yeah, we used to yell at each other, call each other names, stuff like that. Lots of late night fights, lots of yelling and stuff. And actually, it's, like, really hard on me psychically to have fights. So we were having a lot of fights, and that was, like, really hard on me to have those fights. So, like, I need the space. Like, I need the space. So, I mean, in the sense that I agreed to a separation. Like, I need space. I can't be in fights with somebody. Like, I can't handle it, literally. It just drives me it makes me mental. So, yeah, like, I don't wanna yell at somebody. I don't like, that's the last thing I wanna do, and I would find myself in a situation where I would be. So, yeah, it's terrible. Who wants to be in a situation like that? So, over and out. Yeah, you ready for the next subject? Well, we're winding down. So, it's good. We didn't see nearly as many gang stalkers in the chat tonight. Just a few people trying to fuck with people's vibrations and stuff. That's not bad. I see a lot of hearts coming up. Those are great. Thanks for the hearts. Those are really nice. I feel good after the show. I do feel I just wind down a little bit, listen to music. I have my headphones, you know what I mean? I listen to music, wind down, then go out and get some food, watch some TV and stuff, try to keep up on the news for everybody in case we're going to talk about the news. So, Stuart King, you and Pavana have a good thing going on. That's good. Hey, hopefully we're taking care of that problem, Stuart King. I really feel like they're on the run. What do you think? I really feel like they're on the run. I mean, don't want to talk about it too much because it invites them back, but I really feel like they're losing some power. Yeah, yeah, I really feel that way. So that's good. Pavana, you say so too? Good. Like, I don't watch all the other people's streams and stuff. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing out there or what's going on out there. But I feel like every day after the show, after I get the trolls, I feel the psychic attacks also, so that's why I have to wind down after the show. Like, I feel the psychic attacks. They're still trying to come after me that way. But, I feel it's lessened. Like, I really felt it leading up to going through my court case with Katie and stuff. I really felt it. Like, I really felt some kind of psychic attacks. But I'm not feeling it as much anymore. So, I feel like their power is lessening, but they do use magic and sorcery and stuff like that. But thanks, Stuart King. I appreciate it. I'm glad you and Pavana are doing well. Thanks for checking in on me and stuff. Yeah, Stuart King, you got a couch? You got a place that's acceptable to sleep in? I could couch surf on your compound. I'm looking for couches. You can always contact me. Anybody who's interested in that can contact me. 650 gay taxi, 650-429-8294. Good super chats tonight. Got some good got a few coffees from Jim too. That's great. You have a bed in the garage, Sewer King? Where do you live? Hey man, I might have to take it. Indiana? Somebody was telling me they live in Indiana. Well, hey man, reach out to me if you're serious. I kind of need a bed in the garage a little bit. But I mean I am homeless and I'm paying a lot of money to live in a hotel. So if you're serious about it, I'll think about it. Yeah, I'm in California, bend in it for now. Yeah, somebody was telling me Indiana's a nice place to live earlier today in my comments, I think. So I need to find somewhere cheaper to live. Be careful about moving away from free healthcare. That's true, Triple Crown. I guess I really have to look into that. So I'll have to think about living in my car and stuff too. But I can get places cheaper there in Indiana. Yeah. So I'll have to look into that. Sewer King, yeah, if you want to reach out to me, maybe I'll have to explore what the healthcare situation is because I do get free healthcare here. Yeah, people say the benefits are good, but I'll have to see what those are. So, because I just don't know if it's going to be good enough. So maybe I have to stay in my car a little bit. Maybe I'll have to stay in my car a little bit. We'll see. Don't want to do that, but might have to. I have to think every day. I'll try to go live every day, bullshit with you guys. We got 75 people tuned in. That's pretty good. You can always send me Cash App to $ LTV 411. Brian M, you're 10 miles from Southern Indiana. Okay. I heard it's cheap out there. Greg, you say I'm too smart to be in this situation. Anybody can end up in this situation, it turns out. I'm mentally ill enough. I have mental health problems enough to have ended up in this situation. But it can happen to anybody, turns out. I thought I had enough family help. My family was always there for me. My dad's in rough shape. He needs money for his health care. So I'm not getting as much family support as I expected. So this is where I am right now. In a hotel, 1,000 bucks a week. Thanks, Triple Crown. Disability benefits. Got to look into it. Just not real good at doing that stuff for myself. Well, I'll look into everything I can. And if anybody wants to text me to give me advice, you can always reach me at my number 650 gay taxi. If you know things about free healthcare in other states and stuff like that. So, all right, we did an hour. We went through a lot of things. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're trying to do a show like every day, and I never know what I'm going to do or for how long it's going to go, but we're able to do We were able to do an hour today, so that's good. Thanks everybody for the love and support. I really appreciate it. I'll give you my Nazi salute. Thanks everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks Triple Crown. Thanks for your advice. Thanks Prague. Thanks Ben Dennett. Thanks everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the hearts. Okay. Thanks for the support. If you want to support the show, buymeacoffee.com/lift the veil. Cash app, $ LTV 411. Thanks for the $30 in super chats. Goes a long way. Oh, all right. Thanks, Marve. I don't know about that. Math Powerland has a retreat center, flat land center. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your night. We'll hope the whole world doesn't burn down. For now, that's what it is.